the question.
How you doing? Who are you?
Hi, my name's Ugorthan Ayunia, and I'm a tracker.
For who? Sean Patrick Maloney?
Nope, the Democratic Party.
Oh, the Democratic Party. And what is it that you're trying to accomplish?
I'm trying to see our fellow congressman that's running here. Bill Oliva is running for congressman.
Right.
I'm a
Why are
fellow
you reaching out
constituent
to
as
his
well.
wife?
Not reaching out to his wife, actually.
Oh, you didn't? You never
No.
reached out to his wife?
So,
and why are you
just trying
attempting to
ask
enter a
him-
government building using false IDs and
Not using
different names?
No, not using false IDs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I'm just a fellow constitution asking. Yeah, I did.
Is your name Johnson?
That's my American name.
What's your background? Where are you from?
You don't have to do that. I'm not from this country. I'm from Africa.
Africa? What country?
Yeah, Algeria.
Nigeria?
Algeria.
Oh, Algeria. Oh, okay.
Yes.
A lot of Algerians go to France. Wasn't Zidane from, he was Algerian, wasn't he?
I'm not too
The
sure.
famous soccer player?
Yeah, but I'm not too sure about that. So I have a question.
Were you paid to do this?
I work for the Democratic Party, so yeah.
Did you say Sean Patrick Maloney last time?
No, I said Democratic Party.
Did I ask you, Sean Patrick Maloney? You said yes.
That's not what happened. No.
know
You said,
Sean Patrick
who are
Maloney
you?
is?
Yeah,
You're helping him.
exactly. I'm helping the Democratic Party.
Who pays you?
The Democratic Party. No, I'm just trying to see your stance on Planned Parenthood, the TTP, Trump. I'm just a fellow constituent. I don't know why, you wouldn't answer the questions last time.
Because I was in, you've been telling me different names of who you are. I don't know
Well,
who you are.
my online name, which is American, and people don't know how to say my name, so I just tell them my name is
Do you
Jonathan.
have press credentials?
What?
Do you have press credentials?
Press credentials?
Yeah. Are you with the press? Or
I'm
you work
using-
directly for Sean Patrick Maloney?
I work directly with the Democratic Party.
For how long?
I'm not too sure.
You're not so sure?
Not so sure.
You don't know how long you've been working on it?
How long have I been with them, or how long am I going to be with them?
How long have you been working with them?
Like 2 months?
And you did a school on it?
No.
No?
No.
I think you told...
You told Stephanie Scott that you went to Baruch College. You're going
That's
to Baruch
not around
College.
here.
It's not what?
It's not around here. That's in New York City.
Can I call you Baruch? What's your name? You want me to call you Jonathan, or you know my name?
Yeah.
Should I call you Jonathan?
Or Ugorthan.
You Gorthan?
Yeah.
See,
Either or.
I'm on my
so you
lunch
can-
break, and I know, Sean Patrick Maloney is paying you.
He's
He's trying
not
to get me to
paying
say
you.
something stupid.
I'm actually here to ask you about Planned Parenthood,
John, let me tell you something.
the TTP.
This is what people hate about politics. I get people all the time saying, you should have somebody planted outside Sean Patrick Maloney's house because he doesn't live there. He lives in New York City. I said, I'm not going to do that because that's what people hate about politics. Sean should stand on his record. I'll stand on what I'm running on. And this nonsense, you came to this country for our freedom. This happens in other countries where you can't say or do anything and someone's sticking a camera in your face. You're popping out of everywhere, surprising me. We can become friends, that's fine, but do you really like doing this? What do you think you hope to accomplish besides getting people not to run for office? Do you think the average
I would just like to get some answers from you.
No. I'm asking.
By the way, are you 100% positive you've never reached out to his wife
I think I followed her.
and you never communicated with her? You never asked to do anything, join any of her
Did Sean Patrick
clubs?
Maloney tell you to contact my wife?
Nope.
Why did you contact my wife?
Did the Democratic Party tell you to contact his wife?
Let me ask you this.
Ask
Do
me
you
that.
think?
So you acknowledge that you did contact his wife, right?
I acknowledge I contacted the company that she started,
Oh,
but
okay.
not directly his wife. No.
Interesting.
Listen, John.
And the Democratic Party told you to do that?
The Democratic Party told me my job passed, which
To
is
reach out
ask-
to reach out to his family, his wife?
No, which is to track Bill Oliva.
So what does his wife have to do with it?
Nothing.
So why'd you reach out to her?
I didn't reach out to her. I reached out to the company she started.
Right, so in turn you reached out to her.
Well, I don't know how many people she has working for her.
Well,
Why did you
what
reach
was the purpose of reaching out to her then?
Let me
I'd
ask
like
you-
to be fit.
Alright, you're obviously in good shape. Let me ask you this, in all honesty. this right here, do you think this encourages people to run for office? Like, listen, there's a time and place for campaigning. If I went and just harassed Sean Patrick Maloney or had somebody who do it and I wouldn't do it, and I had somebody go to their house and I had somebody contact his husband or his family, do you think that's par for the course? And if so, you don't think it's fair?
That's not what I'm here for.
I know, but you contacted my wife.
I contacted
Under
her
false
company,
pretense.
and it wasn't under false pretenses. It was under
All
my
of a sudden,
Facebook.
you contact me, you confront me on the street last
Correct.
week, and then all of a sudden you email her.
I emailed her company.
You go to.
Did you drive by my house?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
You've driven
Go to
by
my
his house.
I haven't come to your house. I drove by your road that you lived in.
Okay. Well, do you think that this would freak out a spouse? Either my wife or Maloney's husband. I mean, I don't go after Maloney's husband. You shouldn't go after my wife.
I'm not going after your wife.
So wait, you go to
saw
school.
Somebody, she saw somebody, and she was very concerned.
Okay.
She was very concerned. And I said, it's in your head. I didn't think it was true. And, I think, it's just unfortunate because I can handle it, but when it comes to my wife, that's when it gets, that's when it gets concerning to me.
I didn't drive by your specific house. I drove by your road, like I said. I didn't drive by your house.
Let me ask you. This is why people don't want to run for office, because they have somebody harassing them, driving to their. You admitted you came to my house. You admitted you contacted my wife.
I didn't contact
Now,
your wife.
I'm asking you. Do you think this is what people hate about politics?
Why are you running if you can't handle it?
I can handle it.
You can't.
Wait, you think
No.
stalking someone's spouse
I'm not
is
stalking
part
her
of politics?
spouse. I'm not stalking the spouse.
So why did you reach out to her? You go to school in New York City.
I
Why'd you
reached
reach out
out
to her?
to her company that she
No.
started.
Listen, I know you reached out to her.
No, she posted something, okay, under her company name.
You're being paid
And
to track me, harass me, whatever you want to call
not
it.
harassing
I
you.
can handle it. But I'm asking you,
I'm
John,
asking
just
you-
answer this question. Do you think it's appropriate to contact my wife and drive by my house? Do you think it's appropriate?
I contacted your
You think
wife.
that's part of politics? You came from Algeria. You think, I'm not saying if it happens in Algeria, it does happen in American politics, but that's the crap that people hate. Don't you agree?
I do agree, but I don't think that.
Why would you do it? Because you're getting paid for it?
I contacted your wife's company and I drove by the road that you lived in. I didn't drive by your
Don't
house.
you think this would freak out people?
I mean, it's the world we live in, don't you think?
I know, but don't you think this would freak people out? It's the
Well-
world. You're saying it's the world we live in,
Yes.
but you contacted my wife. You drove by my house, and you're saying if I can't handle it.
I drove by the road.
This is an example. This is Sean Patrick Maloney's tracker. He's being paid to harass me, harass my family, and I just think I can handle it. But once he comes to my house, once he contacts my wife on Facebook, he admitted he did it.
I didn't contact
Who'd you
your wife.
contact?
I contacted your company, your wife's
I
company.
have proof that he contacted my wife. We have proof that he drove by my house. He's admitting that he did it.
I drove by
And
the road that she lived in.
You drove by
and
the
I
road that we
dro-
lived
and
in.
I contacted your wife's
Why'd you drive by
company.
the road I lived in?
I didn't drive.
You just said
I
you did.
didn't contact your wife. First of all, I contacted her company. Okay, and I drove by the road that she lived on.
Why?
I wanted to see if you were out walking to ask you a couple of questions on stands that are
You
important
think-
to everyone around
Do
here.
you
that
think
should-
this is why people are sick and tired of politics? Do you think this is why good people don't run for office?
Well, I think that
because
you
their
should
their
be
wife.
able-
No.
I think that there should-
my
I
wife
think
should be
I-
able to have
I-
you drive by her house.
Your
My
wife
wife
has
should be able
nothing to do with this.
You contacted my wife and
Her
you drove by her
company,
house.
I contacted her company's house, sir.
But wait, let me ask you a question. Where do you live? Do you live anywhere near his wife's company and where it operates?
I live in the 18th district and as well as New York City.
But where in the 18th district?
I
Dutchess
don't
County?
have to ask. I don't have to tell you.
You don't live
But
anywhere near Somers, so why would you go to his wife's his house, and
I
why
didn't
would
go
you
to his wife's
contact
house,
his
and I
wife?
contacted his wife's company, and I went.
But for what
and I
purpose?
You
drove
admitted
by.
you came to my house.
I didn't admit it. I said
She
I
saw you
drove
drive by the house.
There's
She
so
saw
many
you
cars that
contact
drive
me.
by.
You,
And like I said, I drove by the road that you lived in.
Jonathan,
thinking
listen,
would
I
be
ask
walking.
you, if it's at an official campaign event, that's fine. You know, you can come, you can track.
That's
This is part of the
completely
politics.
fine.
I
why don't you
I
answer
hate
the
this
questions that I have
because
for you?
because I'm asking you, can you and Sean Patrick Maloney leave my wife and my family out of it? Stop coming to my house
haven't gone to
and
your
stop
house.
contacting my wife. You did
I
both.
haven't
You admitted
gone-
you did both.
I haven't gone to your house.
Sean, please. Let's have a
haven't gone to your
debate, me and you.
house, and I have
Stop
not
sending your
contacted your
tracker.
wife completely.
He's working for you. He's harassing me during my work hour. That's fine. He asked me if I can handle it. I can handle it. But when you drive by my house, when you contact my wife,
Like, your
she's
wife's
scared about it, and
company.
she doesn't even want to do this. This is why good people don't run for office. I'm sick
I'm
and tired of it when
sorry,
it once it crossed the line.
but I
He can answer
contacted
any
your
question I
wife's
want.
company,
How would you
and-
like it, Sean, if I contact your husband?
sorry.
Or if I contacted your kids? Or if I drove by your house? People said, go to Cold Spring. He doesn't live there. He lives in the city. Have someone plan it out. I said, I'm not doing that. I'm going to leave him alone. Him
So
and his
why
family
don't
are
you
off
answer the
limits.
questions from
I'm
the
going
people
after
that
your
live in
bad
District
votes
18?
and why I think I could be a better congressman than you, Sean.
Why
Tell
don't
your
you go
guy.
ahead? Sean
Listen, if he
Patrick
wants to come and bother
Maloney
me, I have a
has
lunch
nothing
out.
to do with this. It
Why are
was
you defending
Demo-
Sean Patrick Maloney? Last time you said it was Sean Patrick Maloney.
And I didn't say it was not
All
Sean
right.
Patrick
So it's
Maloney.
not who are you
I
here
said
with?
the Democratic
All right,
Party.
the Democratic
hired
Party.
me.
This is the
Bingo.
Democratic Party in New York State. This is the Democratic Party in the New York 18s. Let's understand one thing. He can harass me. This is why
But
people
you
don't run
haven't
for
answered
office.
Any questions
This-
for the constituents that live here?
I'm going to answer questions
You
for
haven't.
somebody who
But you
harassed my
haven't.
wife
I haven't
online.
harassed your wife.
All right, why do you contact my wife on
I
Facebook?
contacted her company.
I think most people would say
I
that is completely
contacted-
out of bounds.
That I contacted her company
Why?
because she put something that was reasonably fair for me to do.
Can you understand my wife's freaked out?
I can understand that,
Okay.
but why would she
Can-
be
can-
freaked out if she's putting up something from her company?
Because she saw you drive by her house.
I didn't. See,
I told
I
her.
didn't drive by your house.
I
drove
said
by
that
the
this
road
guy
that
keeps-
you lived on.
I said that this guy Jonathan keeps contacting me on social
I
media.
contacted you maybe twice.
You
or
said you're
three
excited
times.
about my campaign and you wanted to come to events. Are you
Yes,
excited
I
about my campaign or do you work for Sean
I'm
Patrick Maloney?
excited for everyone's campaign.
Jonathan, listen, you're better than this.
I'm sorry.
You're better than this.
But you still
I
haven't
know
answered
listen,
any questions
I
of
know the
mine.
economy is terrible.
The economy has nothing to do with this right now. It's
Why would you take a job like this to harass people?
No, I'm sorry. I'm here to ask you a question.
Jonathan, listen.
But you're still ignoring the fact that there's questions and there's important
you-
facts.
Do you have a loved
And you're
one?
not
Do you have a
even-
loved one?
Everyone has a
You
loved
have-
one,
all
but
right.
you're ignoring the
No,
fact
no, no.
that you're not trying to answer my
Would you
question.
deal with me on equal footing if I wanted to contact
why
you?
would you not? Why would you not answer
Because
my
you
question?
came to my house.
I didn't come to your house. I drove by the road. You
drove by the road. Okay.
And I
What was the
contacted your-
purpose of driving by the road?
Like I said
To
earlier.
see him, correct?
To see him, correct.
Okay, so obviously
I
you were
drove
looking
on
to
the
come
road.
towards his house.
That he lived in. Sorry, ma'am. Go right ahead.
Do you think it's right that he
ahead.
contacted my wife and drove by my
I
house?
didn't contact him.
I don't know this guy. Yeah. This is crazy. This is what people hate about politics. Jonathan, I'm not answering your questions
You're
because
asking me questions.
you harassed my wife.
Why haven't you answered any of my questions? So if a
You know what?
person,
I'm not going to regret getting in
as
this
a person
race,
that lives in the
but this is
18th
what.
district,
Listen,
why
this is what
haven't you
people think
answered
twice
any
about running for office, because people like Sean Patrick
sorry,
Maloney,
Sean
Nat
Patrick
Touch,
Maloney has
Washington.
nothing to do with it.
Why are you defending him so much?
I'm not defending him.
Last time you said Sean Patrick
I
Maloney,
didn't say Sean Patrick.
and then you got in
Maloney,
trouble.
and
You're like,
I
don't say his name.
No.
And you know what? You're not being. I
trying
guarantee
to-
you're not being paid because it covers up who's paying who.
Go ahead.
But this is why good people
Go ahead.
don't run for office.
I'm here to
because they don't want to
simply
deal with
ask you a
nonsense like
couple
this.
of
I can
questions.
handle it, but my wife didn't ask for this.
Your wife
And
has
I
nothing
leave
to do
his
with
family
it.
out, leave my
Your wife-
family out.
your wife-
I
You
haven't.
brought his
Your
wife
wife
into
and
it by
family has
reaching out
nothing to do
Jonathan,
with
you
it.
brought my family into this. This is
Your
what people
family
hate.
and wife has
I
nothing
drove
to do with
by.
it.
I would never drive by. I would never drive by Sean's house, no matter where he lives. People say he doesn't live there. Send somebody. I go. I'm not. I'm not doing that because people hate that about politics.
That's great.
People hate
Your
politics.
wife has nothing to do with it.
My wife has nothing to do with this, but you
I
contacted her on
didn't
Facebook.
contact her. I contacted her company that she put up online.
I have proof that you contacted my
You
wife.
can
and don't-
show the proof, but
Okay.
it's her company that she.
But you admitted
put
earlier
on.
that it was inappropriate that you contacted her.
I didn't admit it was inappropriate. I said it was inappropriate
This
for
guy
the family to put in.
Who's an operative for Sean Patrick
Okay.
Maloney,
Who
has
said I
been
was
following me
operative
around. He's
for
come to
Sean
my
Patrick
house.
Maloney?
He's contacted my wife.
I
This
didn't
will all
contact
become
your wife.
clear.
I didn't come to
Sean,
your
can you
house.
knock it off? Can you call him off?
Why don't you answer
Can
the
you just send him
questions
to
the
campaign events?
constituents?
I know you're looking for the gotcha moment, whatever.
I'm sorry.
I know you're
Why
scared.
haven't you answered the constituents?
Sean, you say you
questions?
don't play the political games?
Why
This is
don't you
completely the
go
political
ahead?
game.
Sean
This-
Patrick Maloney has nothing to do with it.
He keeps defending his benefactor.
I'm sorry.
His
I am-
payment comes from
I
the
am-
Democrats, but Sean
I'm
knows full well of this. Sean can stop him.
Go
If
ahead.
somebody's contacting
I'm so
Sean's
sorry.
family or following Sean around, I'll call it off.
Go
I'm not
ahead.
playing that game. I got Sean's bad
I'm here
votes.
to ask you a couple of
I have the
questions,
proof that he's an
and
out-of-touch Washington politician.
completely ignoring
And this is
the
Exhibit A.
constituents' question.
I'm on my lunch break. I'm a working class guy.
And this
I
is
worked all my
illegal
life.
for me to do.
This guy's harassed
Thank
me.
you.
And on top of that, he
I'm not
crossed the
harassing you.
line. I mean, some people don't think it's part of the
I'm
course
sorry.
that I'm here on my work hour that he's harassed me. But it's fine.
You
The
can go
fact,
ahead
what's
and
not fine
continue.
is that he contacted my wife
I haven't
on
contacted
Facebook
your wife.
and he drove by my house.
I didn't drive by your house.
Okay. Before he admitted that he did it,
I didn't
he said he
admit
drove
it.
near
I-
the house and then
No,
he
that's
contacted
not
my
what I
wife's
said.
company.
I
So
said the
I think
whole
most
time-
people can decide for
I'm
themselves if it's
sorry.
appropriate or
I
not.
contacted your wife through her company.
Jonathan,
okay?
listen, you gotta stop
And
contacting
I
my
also
wife.
drove by your
Please stop contacting my wife.
that you
Sean,
live on.
tell Sean.
I'm sorry.
Tell Sean this is
But
gonna
what,
backfire.
What about
Tell Sean this is
what
gonna
about the
backfire.
people that live here?
Tell Sean this is gonna backfire. You shouldn't do this.
Why don't you
Jonathan?
why don't you answer my questions then?
I'm not gonna answer questions for somebody who's coming to my house.
I'm not coming to your house.
Most
I've
reporters
never
don't come
been
to the house. Most reporters don't
I
contact
never-
the spouse's
I
wife.
never come
I would
to
never
your
do that to
house,
Sean,
and I never-
and you shouldn't do it to me.
So why don't you answer my questions that I'm asking you?
I know why you're paid.
I
know why you're paid to do this. But you
But
really
I-
shouldn't.
I think
shouldn't
it's right
contact-
for you. I'm not contacting your wife. I contacted
You
her
did.
company, like I said. So I don't understand why you don't think it's right for you to answer questions that are completely reasonable.
Because you're not being reasonable.
I